And Kandi let us know that Mama Joyce is not too thrilled with Kenya Moore, that Kenya Moore is doing too much for her, because Kandi said that Mama Joyce is tripping because she don't understand why, Kenya Moore is telling everybody business and why she's doing an investigation. Why is Kenya Moore tripping off the situation? And Mama Joyce was not surprised with Bolo. She was not surprised with whatever went down over there in South Carolina at Cynthia Bailey's bachelorette party. She's just surprised that Kenya Moore is running around trying to spread the business. And she's tripping off of that. She don't understand. I was like, Lord, Kandi Burruss was also asked, why do she think that Marlo had put herself in the middle of Porsha and Kenya's situation? Is that her idea of being a good friend to both of them? And then Kandi Burruss responded, basically, she was like, she don't understand it at all. She don't understand it whatsoever. She said, clearly, they all have switched sides, swapped friendship at times. Does not necessarily mean that you have to go against one another to be friends with the other. And basically she said she don't understand why Marlo brought all that stuff up in New Orleans about Porsha Williams at the table in front of Big Frida. She don't understand that at all. I was like, Lord have mercy. It seems like Kandi Burruss is thinking or believing that Marlo Hampton is the problem in the situation because she forced her own self to choose. But if you ask Marlo said that she was given a ultimatum. And also Kenya Moore said that Porsha gave Marlo a ultimatum. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. I was like, clutch the pearls, baby. And also Kandi Burruss was asked, do she think Sidora was wrong and giving Kenya Moore the smallest room? And she said she was definitely wrong for that, but she definitely did understand why Drew gave Kenya the smallest room. Kandi was asked, has she talked to Tanya? Has she seen Tanya Sams? And Kandi said, no, she hasn't seen her for a long time, but she did get a DM message from Tanya letting her know that she was at Kandi's store and she was buying some things. What's up, peep squad? It's in the building. What's going on? Let's get down to the situation. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Peep squad, it's in the building. Let's get down to Kandi Burruss on Watch What Happens Live. It seemed like Andy was shading her, and Andy didn't understand what Kenya Moore has to do to make sure she has a good co-parenting relationship. And also, was Andy throwing shade, baby? Let's get down to the situation. So Andy starts off, Watch What Happens Live with a sentence, but he says, Kandi, lifetime of sin, bringing Bolo to her friends. Like, Lord have mercy, what is he trying to say? And why can't Andy keep Bolo out of his mouth? Like, he loves saying him some Bolo, baby. And let's get down to the situation. Well, Kandi Burruss was asked some questions about what's going on and what's happening. What's going on with Shamia? Why did Shamia and Porsha come for Marlo Hampton about her lipo? Like, why they come at her like that? Like, in New Orleans. And basically, Kandi Burruss said they came at her because she called them a bunch of fake B words down there in New Orleans and B words. And they wanted to prove that Marlo ain't real. She ain't authentic. And, basically, she be lying too as well, so she can't call nobody fake. So this is what Miss Kandi Burruss said. I was like, Lord have mercy. So in any event, what do you guys think about that situation? Do you think Porsha and Shamia had it right on point? They had it right there and then, because when it came to Shamia, she was like, baby, we can cut all this out and you can just lift up your shirt and show us the holes from the front and the back. I was like, ooh wee. Shamia said a friend of ours know who the same doctor that you went to before you went on a trip. So why you lying on the kids? I was like, Lord have mercy. What is going on with that situation? So you guys tell me what you think. And also Andy wanted to, asks, Kandi Burruss, like, what did she think about when Marlo Hampton whispered in her ears like she can go below the belt? Because basically Marlo said that Kandi Burruss told her the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and she know what went down over there in Porsha's room with Bolo, because she was right there and she heard it, baby. And so Marlo Hampton basically was saying that Kandi Burruss dropped the beans on the bus and told her. And so she was like, she don't know that I know everything that she did. She better be glad I don't want to go below the belt. And Kandi Burruss is like, I have no idea why Marlo Hampton is putting me in the middle of this situation. So I let Marlo, say that to you. And basically Kandi was like, well, she needs to worry about the information that she knows, because I believe she said that she heard some things and she knows some things. So she needs to reveal what she know and not worry about what I know. I was like, damn. She said she is really tired of Marlo Hampton trying to put her in the middle of the situation. She don't want to talk about Porsha. She don't want to talk about if Porsha did anything with Bolo or no. That is not her business. And she is tired of Marlo, trying to put her in the middle of it. Marlo need to fall back. And you already know Marlo is feeling a certain type of way, because Marlo said on last night episode, Miss Kandi Burruss keeps pleading the fifth when Marlo was talking to the prophet Lot, telling him to plead the fifth like Kandi Burruss does. So I was like, then Kandi Burruss was asked, is she surprised that Kenya Moore is continuing to talk about the situation? And Kandi Burruss says, no, she is not surprised at all. She said that this is what the girls do. I'm not stunned by the situation. And, it is what it is. Like, we talk about each other. We gag on each other. We talk about the reads that one another said before. So it is what it is with that situation. But I'm not stunned. She was like, the girls go back and forth all the time with each other, so I don't know what the situation is. And Kandi said, no, I ain't stunned. Like, come on. Kenya Moore got a big old bone in her plate, and Porsha gave it to her. Porsha gift wrapped the situation to her. It is what it is. And so why not use it? And some people saying you shouldn't use it, but they ain't friends. So you got that situation. Whether Porsha Williams went all the way with Bolo, that's her business. But the only problem is when you are at a bachelorette party and it's your friends and it's your girlfriends and you guys are cool and you get down like that, then that's okay. But when you do it in front of co-workers and people that are not your friends and don't got your back, then you can expect things like this to, possibly happen. But in any event, Porsha wants to do the wild thing and be free, and she ain't worried about a damn thing because she's still booked and busy. And also, Kandi Burruss was asked about Prophet Lot and the situation going on with Prophet Lot, and why does she think that did Drew make the situation up? Did Drew lie about Latoya being with Prophet Lot? And Kandi Burruss was like, I don't know if she lied or not, but one thing I do know, Sidora is doing too much. Why is it important to her? Like, why is she all up in the mix of the situation? Didn't that man say he was single? And so it seems like Kandi Burruss is feeling a certain type of way when it comes to Drew. Like, Drew needs to mind her business when it comes to the Prophet Lot, and whatever he did, with Latoya is none of Drew's business. I was like, Lord have mercy, but maybe Drew is feeling a certain type of way because she done brought Latoya around, and Latoya is sticking it and doing it with the prophet. He done left his fiance allegedly, and actually Drew is saying that she's being brought into the middle of the situation because, Latoya's mother done told her that, Latoya has been spending so much time with Prophet Lot and got a hotel room, and Beyonce, the baby mother, is calling Latoya's house. Is calling, Drew Sidora's house. So, maybe she feels like she's in the middle of the situation, plus it's a storyline, and she can actually, expose Latoya. So, in any event, Drew Sidora don't like Latoya forever, so therefore if she get any ammunition on Latoya, she gonna use it. But at the same time, Drew Sidora said that she doesn't like what Kenya's doing when it comes to, Porsha Williams and an investigation and asking questions. But it seems like, Drew Sidora is doing way more than Kenya was doing. She's doing investigation. She got recording. She got everything down on pat. She's interviewing with people. She is doing the most. But in any event, she feels like Latoya came and tried to destroy her circle and these people that were close to her. So therefore, she wants to expose to the world that Latoya is, scumbucket. So you guys, Kandi was asked if she would, whose closet would she raid? She said, of course, Marlo Hampton. And who needs to be less submissive, or whatever the case may be. And so, Kandi Burruss said she believes that Kenya Moore needs to be less submissive to, Mark Daly. And then Andy jumped into the situation, and he was like, when is she gonna cut the cord? Why didn't she cut the cord yet? Like, what's going on? Like, she's doing too much. Like, she need to hurry up and cut the cord. Why do you think she's staying with him? I was like, Lord have mercy. So Kandi had to let him know that, Kenya Moore got a kid with that man. Kenya Moore is married to that man. She ain't gonna dog him out like that. And plus, the Kenya Moore that you see on TV with the ladies, and she's ready to come back. She's ready to go ham on the ladies and the girls, but she ain't like that in her relationship. She's very submissive. She's very soft. And plus, she wants to have a co-parenting relationship with Mark Daly. And plus, Mark Daly is tick, tick, boom. And as you guys know, we're not going to see Mark Daly on the next episode because he was supposed to be going to counseling with Kenya Moore, but allegedly he ain't going to show up. And he going to block Kenya Moore, from calling him because, he don't want to be on camera because, Kenya Moore's talking about therapies on camera, is in her home. And Mark Daly said he don't want to be on camera. He said he ain't never coming back on the show. Or maybe he agreed to come on the show and then he ended up at the last minute changing his mind. Tell him when she gonna cut somebody, when she gonna leave somebody. Worry about your relationship, Andy. You see Mark Daly on TV. Like, what are you talking about? He's seeing Mark Daly. Like, what's good with that situation? Let's get into the situation with Cynthia. Andy asks, Kandi was like, I don't know, because a lot of things go over Cynthia's head. That's what she noticed. So basically, it seemed like Kandi Burruss is saying a lot of things go over Cynthia's head that she don't know what's going on. So I was like, damn, Kandi, are you coming for Cynthia? You telling Cynthia she don't know nothing? Like, what's also, Kandi Burruss was asked who needs to be banned from the internet, and she said that it is Sidora that needs to be banned. And we know why she said that, because Drew be out here, every minute, every second. She be ready to clap back all day long, every day. She got time. Anytime you say anything about her, she needs to get something off her chest, or she felt like she has been shaded, or she needs to point out somebody's business. Sidora will be there on Instagram. She will be there on Twitter. She will be getting at you. So Kandi was basically like, she needs to be banned for a minute. And also, Kandi Burruss was asked a question. Does she think the real reason that Kenya Moore is really upset with everyone is because everyone is showing more loyalty to Porsha Williams, because they won't speak on the situation that happened between Porsha and Bolo allegedly? So they are showing their loyalty to Porsha by not talking about what happened at all. And she does not think that she will receive the same loyalty. And Kenya Moore definitely did say that she feels like if it was her and she was getting down and dirty with Bolo, it would be the talk of the town, the talk of the city, the talk of the earth. If it was her, and it wouldn't have been like, let's not talk about it, let's not let it go. Everybody would be discussing it. But now people want to be quiet about the situation when this woman is basically saying that Kenya Moore is lying. And Kenya Moore is saying, no, I'm not lying. I know what I heard. I know. So, So in any event, when it comes to Kandi answering the question, she basically says that she definitely knows that Kenya Moore was very upset with her because, she would not speak on the situation or discuss what went down or what happened. And she also said that Kenya Moore felt like, that it should be discussed. It should be talked about because it happened on the show, and we discussed things that happened on the show, and it was in a cast house, so therefore we should speak about it. But in any event, when it comes to Kandi Burruss, she don't want to speak about the situation, and she don't want to talk about it because she don't want to shame somebody for having fun and having a good time and being free. And then that's when Andy jumped in, was like, freak, flying freak. I was like, what? Let the freak fly. Let the freak play. Andy was like, let the freak be a freak. Let the freak fly. I was like, Lord, what is going on with that situation? But in any event, Kandi Burruss says that she didn't want to judge anybody. And basically she's saying Kenya Moore told her, hey, listen, you was talked about, you were lied on. Why can't you speak on the situation? And basically she's talking about the incident where Porsha, may have lied on Kandi, when the situation comes down to, the dungeon and, lacing the drink, which was totally, allegedly untrue at all, point blank, period. But in any event, Kandi said that she's just not gonna do it. I guess she doesn't want to go there, and she doesn't want to be judgmental. She's gonna leave it up to everybody else to judge. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, what is going on? One of the ladies, do you think, need some bedroom candy? And Kandi said, well, she said Cynthia Bailey. And then Andy, he jumped in a situation. He goes, why you say Cynthia Bailey? He was like, why you say Cynthia Bailey? Because I believe that you are the businesswoman that you are. I would believe that you would say all the girls' name, because